Okay, guys. Now this is the TNA of Open Fight Night in England, and it happened on January 31st, 2013. And I gotta say, from what I've been seeing lately with wrestling, except for the Royal Rumble, this was I probably enjoyed myself a lot when I watched this show. Um, it might have to do with the crowd though, but they went all out with this show. I think it was a pretty entertaining show. Um, so we have Taz, Todd Kennelly, and Mike Tenay on commentary. So then it tells you what's going to happen with the Aces and Eights stuff. Jeff Hardy being taken, well, actually, and everything pretty much. Then Christopher Daniels and Kazarian come out to cut a promo, and they're dressed in this England suit with face paint, like kind of like what Roddy Piper used to wear, tights. And I forget who they said they were being, but they were assaulting the fans. That Christopher Daniels should be the world champion, and he's the future king. And he said that next time you see Christopher Daniels, he will be world champion because he was robbed of his match. Because Jeff Hardy had face paint on him that was poisonous, and I thought that was pretty good. Then we get the return of Magnus, and he says that the reasons you guys aren't world champions is because you use words like ass buckets, and you guys don't work hard enough for it, all that stuff. Magnus challenges them to a fight. They double team Magnus. Magnus ends up fighting him off. Magnus says that he got it. He got his something he loved to do, compete in the ring, taken away from him for 4 months, and he wants to. And it was all led by one man, Devon, and so he calls out Devon to have a match. They have a decent match. Magnus throws him around the ring, throws beer in his face. What ends up happening is Mike Knox and Doc from Aces and Eights try to come, as Magnus is about to win the match, try to come, make the odds on even, but they fail. I'm thinking maybe that this could be a future feud for the TV title. I kind of would like to see Magnus and Devon for the TV title. I'm not sure if Magnus is even a face though, considering that it was in England, so we're gonna find out maybe next week. So then we get the Lockdown tour ad. I wrote these down too. On Friday they're gonna be in Florence, South Carolina. Saturday they're gonna be in Fayetteville, North Carolina. On February 8th they're gonna be in Boise, Los Angeles, and February 9th they're gonna be in Pittsburgh, Minnesota. Oh, that happened before the Magnus Devon match, yeah. Then it shows you the Joseph Park video package of him cutting his promo and saying who's going to call out. You get Bully Ray, Brooke Hogan, and Sting backstage. They say that they pretty much this was they couldn't get a hold of Hulk Hogan. And Bully Ray just tries to is going to call him, so Brooke tells him to use her phone. And I guess Hulk Hogan left Sting a little bit voicemail. So then Joseph Park comes out to cut a promo. He's about to say who he's facing in the gut check. Robbie E comes out with Robbie T. He insults England, calls them a bunch of... I forget what he said because I don't really remember. But as he's saying the insults though, Robbie T kind of looks at him weird because I'm guessing he's from England. And he says, but except for you, Robbie T, because technically you've been living in the United States for a while, so you're not really in England anymore. So then Joseph Park... He takes Joseph Park's clipboard, rubs his ass on it, and then Joseph Park challenges him to a match. They have a match. Park wins with the splash. That was pretty much it. And then we find Hulk Hogan backstage, just pretty much showing that he is there. So then we get Austin Roode and Bobby Roode promo. These guys are just absolutely awesome. Austin Aries and Bobby Roode, Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, they should all just form a stable. That would be awesome. But pretty much what happens here is they're pretty much saying that they're gonna go after every single belt in the TNA. Austin Aries, they're gonna go after the Knockouts Championship. Austin Aries is gonna get the TV Championship. Austin Aries is gonna end the World Championship. But Bobby Roode, I guess, wasn't happy that he said the World Championship. So then they say that the easiest titles is to go after is the tag team titles. So then that causes Chavo, Guerrero, and Hernandez to come out. And Chavo says that these are the easiest belts. You have to be a tag team to hold these belts. So now Austin Aries says that they want a title shot. Austin Aries challenge. They challenge like one of them are gonna face each other, and if Austin Aries and Bobby Roode win, they get a title shot. So we get Austin Aries versus Chavo Guerrero. That makes sense since we got Bobby Roode versus Hernandez last week. Good match. I actually like the way these guys. I think these guys could have like a if Chavo holds the X Division Championship, Austin Aries and Chavo would have a good X Division match. But anyways, Chavo Guerrero drop kicks Austin Aries into Bobby Roode. He goes rib first into the barricade. He goes to take out Austin Aries, but he gets Bobby Roode. Austin Aries does that suicide dive. Aries goes for the frog splash. Chavo moves out of the way, does the Three Amigos, hits the frog splash. Bobby Roode gets up on the apron and distracts the ref so he can't make the count. Bobby Roode gets knocked off by Chavo. Austin Aries does the drop kick and the brainbuster for the victory. And that was pretty much it. So I kind of want these guys to be tag team champions. That would be awesome. So Bully Ray's backstage. Brooke Hogan tells him that Hulk Hogan is there, so they go out to the ring, and that was pretty much it. So then we get a TNAshop.com ad. Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Garrett Bischoff, and Wes Briscoe are backstage. And Kurt Angle says that he's pumped to get this match with Mr. Anderson in the cage. He wants it to be one-on-one against Anderson. And Joe kind of yells at Briscoe and Bischoff, saying that we can take care of this. So then Then Angle says that it's okay, he's just being Joe, but we need him. So then we get then it kind of shows everything that's been going on with Brooke Hogan and Bully Ray, and then we get a Brooke Hogan and Bully Ray promo. Bully Ray pretty much asked to be reinstated. The one person that can do that is Stin. They get a Stin chant going. Stin comes out and says, "Why don't we stop the Stin chants and have Hulk Hogan come out?" Hulk Hogan comes out. Stin says that this Aces and Eights thing is going to be carrying on a long time. We need Bully Ray back to keep the war going, do what's right. Hulk Hogan says that he always does what's right for family and business. So Hulk Hogan reinstates Bully Ray, and he makes a match between two members of the Aces and Eights against Bully Ray and Stin in a tables match, which I think was pretty cool. Then Velvet Sky's backstage. I guess she's going to go call someone out. Oh, yeah, and we got a Dixie Carter promo. It's like those backstage promos. What she says is that TNA is going to be going to Chicago. That's pretty cool. Maybe CM Punk will be there. Doubt it. But that would be cool. Then Velvet Sky comes out. She calls out Jesse and Taylor. And she says that it's going to be a mixed tag team match. So her partner's James Storm. It was a decent match. Velvet Sky wins with that little pedigree move, kind of like the pedigree that Triple H has, but it's called something else. The only thing I don't like is that they have no idea what they're doing with James Storm. When the match was over, it was just kind of like all about Velvet Sky. You gotta find something to do with James Storm. Put him in a feud with... Actually, I would have put him in a feud with Austin Aries. I don't know why they never did that. But yeah, they gotta find something to do with him. Then, let's see. It shows Jeff Hardy's attack. TNAshop.com ad. We get the update on Jeff Hardy. It says that his knee's being taped, and then we're gonna find out more next week. Then it shows Hulk Hogan reinstating Bully Ray. Brooke Hogan and Hulk Hogan are backstage, and Hulk Hogan says that Bully Ray is not a bad guy. He's a pretty nice guy. And that's pretty much all. That Bully Ray has earned Hulk Hogan's trust. Then after that, we find out that the people that from Aces and Eights are going to be facing Bully and Stin are going to be Devon and Doc, which I kind of thought was going to happen. So then it shows Mr. Anderson versus Kurt Angle in the steel cage match from Lockdown. I'm glad they didn't leave that out. I knew that happened, but I never seen it. Mr. Anderson's backstage and says that me and you put ourselves through hell back then. Tonight you're not gonna leave the same you entered. And then it shows that Samoa Joe was attacked by someone backstage. Obviously, you knew who it was. Then it tells you about TNA being in Chicago. We get Mr. Anderson versus Kurt Angle with Les Briscoe in a steel cage match. And during this, it shows a lockdown ad. This was a great match. Anderson just pretty much attacks Angle as the match goes on. Angle hits the Angle slam. Mr. Anderson tries to escape the cage, but Angle stops him. He pulls the rope, and Angle goes balls first on the ropes. Angle does an Angle slam off the cage. Mr. Anderson does the mic check. Then Angle does a powerbomb to Mr. Anderson and gets him in the ankle lock for the win. Then a person in the masked, one of the masked members of the Aces and Eights come down, and then Wes Briscoe is gonna help fight Kurt Angle off. But then when he takes the mask off, it ends up being Garrett Bischoff, and then Angle's like, "Did you know about this?" And then Angle goes to attack him. Wes chops his leg. He takes off his jacket, and he has and he's part of the Aces and Eights too. Then they both beat down Kurt Angle, which was pretty cool. I actually did enjoy this show. I'm starting to kind of get into the Aces and Eights angle, but not much. I was expecting Wes to be in the Aces and Eights, but I wasn't expecting Garrett to be in it. But yeah, I have no idea where they're going with this. I think eventually Kurt Angle's gonna have a match with Wes, and Kurt Angle will win that match because I don't see Wes beating Kurt Angle. But that's pretty much it, guys. Expect my SmackDown review later tonight, and that's pretty much it. Peace out.